Hello, everybody. I'm doing it completely different now. Um, I've, I'm making the attempt on my iPad instead of the iPhone, as I was having so many problems, and hopefully this will work out better. Now, at the moment, there's nobody up there. You've all forsaken me and gone elsewhere, and I can quite understand that. It was very difficult. Just to say that I'm very grateful for all your patience. It's been so difficult setting this up, and I really don't understand why, when I'm on my iPhone and I'm looking at myself and I'm the right way around, it throws me over onto the side, which is really peculiar. Don't know what that is all about. But these early attempts are really just attempts and trials, trying to work out the best way of doing things. It would be very nice if somebody could join me, but nobody seems to be there at the moment. So I'm just going to wait patiently for a little while, and I'm going to adjust my microphone as well. So I do apologise about any crackling that will appear. Now, somebody has just joined, and so I shall wait for some comments, which would be lovely. It'd be great to hear that I'm the right way up, being on my iPad instead of my iPhone. I've had to relocate to a slightly different place in my sewing room too, which is a bit difficult. But oh, they've gone now. They obviously didn't want to hear me. I hope once that I've mastered this and I can do these live streamings, that I should be able to take you to my sewing machine and do things with you and show you things, and that you'll be able to ask me questions in the chat room and I will be able to respond to them as well. But all that will take time, and it doesn't happen overnight. So while I'm waiting for a few people to join us, and I keep meaning to speak louder, and I'm going to have a sip of water to help. I'm just going to get the chats. It's a great privilege. I can't emphasize that more, to be able to do these videos and to talk to friends, people that I've met over the years and who've gone to Graceful Embroidery for their designs. And it's a real privilege to make friends with people who are passionate about embroidery like I am. And I thank you all for your encouraging emails and your patience with me in the last few days. It's been really frustrating trying to work this out. And I do hope that the iPad will solve the problem. I'm still waiting to see if there's any comments, but there aren't any more. But I think they'll come up in a minute, hopefully. I think there is a slight time lapse. And unfortunately, I live in a part of the country where the internet is not terribly strong. Last time it failed me and threw up a few messages to say that I hadn't got enough broadband speed to execute the video. But it seemed to go through okay, and without any hassle. I have realised that I've not turned off my I haven't put my iPad on flight mode, so hopefully none of my family will try to FaceTime me while I'm on here, like happened last time. So, as I was saying, I hope you're all enjoying the birthday event, and I hope that you're enjoying the little freebies that you're getting each day. In fact, at the moment, you should be downloading 2 freebies each day. And I'm beginning to combine those elements, and that's how a collection starts. First of all, it starts with an inspirational idea. It could be that I find that I see a lovely colour scheme when I'm out, and I think, yes, I love those colours, how they blend together, and I want to create a collection. And other times, it's a completely different thing which inspires me to do a collection, but it starts with the basic elements. And I enjoy creating those, working out which stitches that I need to use and testing them out on my machine. Then comes the exciting bit, which I think is just as important as the digitizing, and that's choosing the colors that I'm going to use. And I'm very passionate about color. I think it can, the particular colours that you use to stitch out an embroidery can either make it or make it look quite unappealing. So I'm very passionate about colour, and I spend just as much time experimenting with colours as I do with the actual stitches on my machine. And then when I've got the colours and the little elements sorted out, that's when I start combining. And that's what I'm doing now with the daily freebies. We've got several types of flowers, and you can see the elements that I've created for this collection, which is unnamed. I've had a few suggestions, but I want lots more suggestions on how to name this set of designs. It is artwork actually by Diddy Bag. It's not my own artwork, which the majority of my designs are now. But it would be nice if some of you could put those little freebies into your embroidery software if you have it, and do a few combinations and send them to me. And some of the combinations, if they are with a little tweaking, or it would be nice to actually make them part of some of the further sets that will be in this collection. So this is very much a celebratory collection that I'm inviting you all to take part in the process. I have more beautiful entries to show you in the next few days. I've got about 12 altogether, people who've entered my annual competition, and I would encourage you to consider doing this next year. There are 3 prizes: $1,000, $750, and $500 worth of rewards to spend at Graceful Embroidery, and there's no time limit on that. They're added to your account. You can use them as and when you want to. So that's something I'd like you to consider for next year. But I'm going to start showing you some more of those entries, and I have another little competition for everybody to enter too, which is just a matter of studying a design, which is actually a combination of lots of little elements from various collections at Graceful Embroidery that I put together, and I think it was on YouTube the other day, and it just shows you. I usually do a combination of embroidery, and I'd like you to guess the stitch count on that. So I'll put that up soon on the website for everybody to take part in, and you can send in your guesses for the stitch count. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the lovely emails and encouragements that you've sent me. And also thank you very much for being part of this event. I've been asking you all to vote on Embroidery Top 100 websites, and I thank you for my votes. Graceful Embroidery is now number 2 on there, so that's great. Keep those votings coming, and it would be nice to see that we move up to the top place. Thank you for your subscriptions, your comments, and your likes on social media. I will be doing another one of these very shortly. And so if you want to be informed, it's best if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will reward you by putting some rewards in your account. So it's very important that I recognize you. I must admit, I don't recognize all of the names on YouTube as the subscriptions come through to me. So if you have subscribed, just send me an email with the name that you use for YouTube, and I shall put some rewards in your account. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for your patience. This has been very much a big challenge, but I'm getting there, and I'm determined to make this work. And I shall be very grateful for remarks that you send me and emails. I just can't see any. I've had 2 little chats there. I'm just trying to see before I go whether I've got any. This is coming through great, says Judy Clark. Thank you for hanging in there. Well, I have to say thank you to all of you for hanging in there too as well. And Anne Bryant. Oh, hello, Granny Bryant. I've actually met Anne at the American Embroidery Conference, and it's great to see you. Glad you made it work. Well, I made it work by actually using my iPad instead of my iPhone. But the problem is I haven't got a, what do you call it? I haven't got an attachment to put my iPad on a tripod, so it's actually balanced on my sewing box with something else in front of it. So it's not the ideal way of doing it, but it's in the post, a nice bracket to put it on top of my tripod. And obviously my iPad behaves better than my iPhone, which keeps throwing me on my side. And I must admit, when I finally had the courage the other day to look at the videos that I'd made, I was in stitches. I thought it was so funny. So I hope you found it amusing and laughed along with me. So I'll be doing this again in a few days' time, and I promise it will go better and I won't feel so amateurish. I just thank you all for your support, and thank you for all being a part of the birthday event. And hopefully we'll do some more of this, and we'll move on to actually embroidery. And I'll show you some of the techniques that I use here in my sewing room. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to look at the camera, and I'm looking at myself. Thank you, everybody, and I'll talk to you all again. Somebody else has just come on. I'm just going to give you a chance to say hi or whatever you want to say to me. Hi again. Didn't get a notice that you're back on. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out how the notices go, Seal. I had gone on YouTube last night, and I'd sort of booked this slot. So I don't know whether anybody got a notification to say that I was going to be live streaming at 4 o'clock. Well, 4 o'clock GMT. I believe it's 11 o'clock on the east coast of America. These time zones are very difficult. And of course, I think you'll get a bigger sort of when you can figure this out. Well, I'm sure I can. Yeah, but I'm determined that it's not going to, it's not going to beat me. I will get there. The other time slot that people said that they preferred was 5 p.m., 7 p. Excuse me, 7 p.m. Eastern. You got 3 notifications, Anne. Well, that's wonderful. The first 2 were for stream that didn't work, but this one is great. Yeah, I think we found the answer to how to do this. The other time that people have shown to be their preference is 7 p.m. EDT, but that's actually midnight over here in England. So I'm not going to attempt that until I really know what I'm about here. I don't need challenges like that at midnight. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks for listening. Until next time, happy embroidering.